My name is William Jang, and I'm the patient and family librarian here at New York State Psychiatric Institute. The focus of my library is psychoeducation. Psychoeducation is, in a nutshell, education offered to people with mental disorders to allow them to get insight and to better able to live with their own illnesses. Just like I'm living with my own illness, which is paranoid schizophrenia. I was not always a professional that was able to help other people with a specialized skill set that I have. In the past, I was a young man adrift on an ocean of confusion until Dan Frey allowed me to join the organization, the newspaper, New York City Voices, which is a newspaper that advocates for the rights and to end stigma for people with mental illnesses. At one point, my mother and I were going to go visit my Uncle Lee, who also has schizophrenia, when he was alive, and he died while we were taking the trip to go visit him. But because of his inspirational life, and because the movie A Beautiful Mind came out at the same time he died, it really inspired me to do a lot of good for people with mental illnesses and all people with disabilities. And I took two actions to do this. One, I wrote a biography called A Schizophrenic Will, which is my own life story, with its highs and lows and foibles and strengths. The main reason I wrote my story was to give other people with the same diagnosis that I have hope, as well as other people who are living with mental illnesses. The second thing I was inspired to do was to create a job board for all people with disabilities, whether they be mental or physical. So I made a job board, I programmed it, called willslist.org. It is no longer up because I have not been able to get people to fund it or to support it, but my biggest dream would be to see this website up and running and filled with jobs for people with mental and physical disabilities, whether they be veterans, civilians, it doesn't matter. Because this way they'd be able to have the dignity that I have right now of work. And they'd be able to give back to society the way that they would want and hope to. Because nobody wants to be a burden on society. Nobody does. I speak from experience. And thank you for listening to my story.